Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And we welcome you courtside here to the Davis Event Center for tonight's Davis Ford pregame show as the Northwest Rangers take the road to face off against the homestanding Itawamba Indians. As after the winter weather has come and gone, a couple of postponements last week, this game is being played as previously scheduled. Both teams, at about 7 to 10 days since they've been on the floor to play, are ready to get back there in action tonight. This is the Davis Ford pregame show. Visit davisfordsales.com or stop by 904 West Main Street in Fulton to pick out your next dream car, truck, or van. That's Davis Ford right here in Fulton. ICC comes into the night at 2-4 so far on the season. Northwest is 3-3. Interestingly enough, Northwest has not followed up a win with another win all season. They've gone loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So if all things stay, in pattern, if we're talking mathematics and patterns, they're up due for a loss tonight, Jim, as we welcome our broadcast partner, Jim Ingram, into the broadcast. Jim, Northwest 3-0 at home so far on the year, 0-3 on the road. They'll have to try to get that goose egg out of the win column on the road here in the Davis Event Center tonight.
Jordan, glad to be here tonight, and I hope they stay consistent and they lose tonight and lose away from home. But we know it's a big game. They're all rival games. We're all playing North Division this year. We're 2-4. They're 3-3. They have a lot of talent, a lot of length. We were watching them warm up. My goodness. They got 2 transfers from Division I schools, 6'9", 6'7". They're a big, big team. We got our hands full tonight, but we need to find a way to win at home.
This is not a team that ICC has not seen yet. They've matched up in Senatobia back on January 25th. It was a contest that Northwest won 66-57, but that game was a lot closer than the scoreboard shows there at the end. And if you remember, Jim, that was one of those games early in the season where the free throw line plagued ICC, but the turnover bug bit bad down the stretch as well.
We can't do that. We've got to rebound tonight, and we talked about free throws. We have improved a little bit during the year, but turnovers and rebounds very, very big tonight, especially against their big front line.
Taking a look at the North standings in the MACJC, coming into the night, Northeast on top at 5-0, followed by Holmes and East Mississippi tied at 4-2. Neither one of those teams are in action tonight, I don't believe. I think the only other game around the league tonight, at least in the North, is a Delta at Northeast. So Holmes and East Mississippi must have a night off unless something got rescheduled that we didn't see. Right below that, though, is Northwest and ICC. Northwest at 3-3, ICC at 2-4. So a win tonight at least gets you tied with Northwest as you move forward down the stretch. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here down the stretch. Lots of games have been postponed for a variety of reasons. You'd have to think that the league's going to have to try to get a lot of those made up in a quick amount of time because, we're over halfway through this thing. You don't have as much time as you really think. That tournament will be here before you know it. It's moving time for sure for ICC as you sit there at 2-4.
No doubt about it, Jordan. They're rearranging the high school schedules. The high school playoffs were kicked off. We're going to kick off last week. Had to wait a week because of the weather. Even Ole Miss and Mississippi State to have some games canceled, have to reschedule. I look for us maybe to reschedule a game this coming Monday night. I think we're off this coming Monday night. They might try to reschedule a game then, try to make up some of these games.
So let's go ahead. We're going to get to a break here in just a minute. Let's go ahead, Jim. When you think about this contest tonight, we've seen Northwest and ICC face off once. It was a 9-point victory there for the Rangers up in Senatobia, as we mentioned a minute ago. What has to be different tonight for ICC to get into that win column and improve to 3-4?
Well, you know, Jordan, you talked about it earlier. We cannot turn the ball over like we did in the first game. Another key, of course, their height. We got to rebound well. If we don't turn the ball over and we stay with them rebounding, we got a good chance, I think, at home tonight.
That's Jim Ingram's keys to the game. We're going to take a break here into the Davis Ford pregame show. We will come back with your starters and get the stage set for basketball action here from the Davis Events Center in Fulton. This is the Davis Ford pregame show, and this is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
We're under 2 minutes away here from being introduced to the starters and having the national anthem played inside the friendly confines of the Davis Events Center here in Fulton. As we take a look around the league here during the Davis Ford pregame show, only one other matchup taking place, at least in the MACJC North tonight. That is Delta on the road at Northeast. The ladies, the ICC ladies, come into the night at 3-1. They are on the road at Northwest, and they had a big matchup here on Thursday night against East Mississippi. You know, guys, for a couple years now, that's been one of those matchups that's really decided the North. So Jim and I will be back with you on Thursday night here to see the ladies. We've only got to see them a couple times. Be excited to see them back at home again, Jim.
No doubt about it, Jordan. As she mentioned, they're both sitting at 3-1 right now. Of course, the ladies have a big game tonight. We hope they take care of business at Northwest. But a big game this coming Thursday night. Please be with us.
As both teams making their way back to their respective benches, we're going to get ready to be introduced to our starters as the officials have made their way out to the floor. The public address announcer is now addressing the late arriving crowd here in Fulton as we're getting ready for basketball here from the Davis Events Center. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with those Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starters after this message. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest priced pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
And we're back here in Fulton as the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starters are being introduced on the floor of the Davis Event Center. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. Coach Bozeman hopes he has that same winning combination in tonight's starting lineup as the ICC starters are being introduced to the home fans here in Fulton. They'll start tonight. Rod Jones at the point guard spot. Jones, the 6'1", 160 freshman out of Albany, Georgia, comes into the night averaging 11.2 points per game and really shooting the ball pretty well here over the course of the last couple of weeks. Brandon Brown leads the team with 21 points per game and 11 rebounds, 3 double-doubles on the season so far for Brown. He draws the start as the shooting guard. Brown, 6'5", 207 sophomore out of Memphis, Tennessee, in White Station High School. The three-man will be T.J. Wallace, a 6'4", 165 sophomore out of Amory. Wallace is putting a good year together as well in his second start, averaging 9.1 points per game and shooting the three ball at 38%, which leads the team. The power forward will be Shermontis Mitchell, who, Jim, somebody who's really come on over the course of the last couple of weeks as that number 2 scoring threat when you need somebody down in the post. Mitchell at 6'5", 215, a sophomore out of Jackson Provine High School. The center will be the freshman Walter Hamilton. Hamilton has been a rebounding machine at 6'9", 200 pounds from Potts Camp, Mississippi. The Indians are coached by Grant Pate, who is out due to illness, and Coach Pate, our prayers as always are with you, but tonight are under the direction in the interim of Coach Eric Bozeman. Flip the page and look at Northwest. They're coached by Shane Oakley, an assistant with some playing days there at Ole Miss, Nick Williams. The Northwest Rangers come into the night at 3-3. They'll be led at the point by Forte Prater. Prater, a 6-foot freshman out of Starkville High School. Prater will be the leader as the point guard as we're waiting the lights to come back on here after the starters were introduced. We'll go ahead and finish up these starting lineups here for Northwest. James Richards III will be the 2 guard at 6'2", 170, a sophomore out of South Haven. The 3-man will be Cavante Tunstall, a 6'3", 175 sophomore out of Byhalia. And then here's where it gets interesting. The 4 spot is DeAntoni Gordon at 6'7", 210, a sophomore out of Mobile, Alabama, who actually played his freshman year at Wichita State. The Wichita State back transfer leads the team with 12.3 points per game and also leads the team shooting at almost 40% from three-point land. The center will be Quinn Kiles at 6'5", 220, a freshman out of Horn Lake. So that is a look at the Northwest starting lineup there. Three sophomores, 2 freshmen in there for Coach Shane Oakley and his Northwest Rangers. As stoppage of play still, we're trying to get the lights cut back on here in Fulton. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the opening tip brought to you by the First American National Bank. Let's take that break and be right back after this. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes, dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Well, folks, if you were told that you could not have a lighting delay during a basketball game, you would be false, because that is exactly what we are in here inside the Davis Event Center in Fulton, as we had a malfunction with the lights coming out of the starters being introduced. You know, guys, I had a coach back in the day who wouldn't allow us to have walk-up music on the baseball team. They said we weren't in the pros, that we didn't need that. Maybe we shouldn't cut the lights out anymore for starters.
That's a good point. Well, and what happened was the arena is – the lights have shades that are supposed to come down and block out the lights. Well, instead of hitting the button to bring down the shades on the light, apparently someone mistakenly hit the button to power down the lights, and with the lights having been on for so long, they have to cool off before they can come back on. So we've got about a 15-minute delay here waiting on the beauty of technology.
Jordan, you know, the positive of this, we finally got Adam Gord to talk with us.
That's right.
Yeah, he's the leader of this bunch.
Oh,
he knows a lot about basketball. We can preview the girls' game, which is going to actually start about the same time this game's going to start.
That's
tonight.
correct. You know, we've dealt with that all year long. With one thing that I think the administration has done here that was a great decision. Most everybody else is tipping off at 6 o'clock around the division. We're tipping off at 5:30, so we're getting done a little bit earlier. But what that's done is when we've done our Sonic Studio updates, we've been way ahead of the men or women whenever they've been on the road. So tonight we're going to be right there with them. They shouldn't be too far ahead of us. We're going to get to see a good look at what's happening in the women's game up at Senatobia as they're facing off with Northwest as well.
Yeah, as Jim mentioned, that's a very important game. ICC went on the road, dropped a tough one to Oklahoma, so they've got to find a way to get back on the win column in the road. And Northwest is a team, they're going to be playing inspired basketball. Of course, for anybody that's watching right now with Northwest, Troy's mom passed away and laid her to rest over the weekend, so our thoughts and prayers have been with Troy during this time. And so his girls are going to be fired up, ready to play for their coach in that sense. But, two, they're a very good basketball team. They're a team that they like to shoot the three-pointer, and when they're on, and they're very tough, and we've seen that numerous times. And typically anytime ICC and Northwest gets together, it don't matter if it's basketball, football, bump jacks, whatever it is, it's something about looking across the floor, seeing Northwest on the chest and Adewamba on the chest across the way. And, Coach Oakley, he's blaming me for the lights.
He's having some fun with it, huh?
Yeah. But anytime these two teams get together, something about just seeing these two teams across the floor really brings out the best in everybody.
Speaking of the ladies, we'll get to see them firsthand here in Fulton again on Thursday night. As you talk about looking across the floor and seeing Northwest and knowing it's going to be a good battle, when the ladies from East Mississippi come to town, you know you're going to see the same thing there as last year. I mean, thinking back, it was just a nip-tuck battle all the way through for the two of those, or who was going to win the North, and it looks like it could be shaping up for that again this year. We'll get to see the Lions from East Mississippi here Thursday night.
That's a big game Thursday night, and as Adam mentioned, we need to take care of business on the road tonight in the girls' game, make the game Thursday night really, really big, very important.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to that East Mississippi and ICC, your usual suspects, of course, Holmes. They came in and beat East Mississippi just like Kahoma beat ICC. So in this league, in the MACCCC, formerly known as the MACJC, any coach will tell you on any given day, anything can happen in this league. And sometimes the crazier things that happen, a la lights going out and not coming back on, happens in this league. And so, it's going to be interesting, especially considering the fact that, ICC and East Mississippi are supposed to have played already. They haven't. They tried to make up that game. It wasn't going to be. So this will be the first meeting, and it could be an interesting one because if we had not got iced out, I guess, this past Thursday, well, the ladies would have saw the same Northwest team in back-to-back matchups. So it's going to be interesting to see how the season does get rescheduled, if they're able to get stuff rescheduled, because now you're going to have teams. I think Northwest has 4 or 5 games they've got to make up. Our ladies have 3 or 4 games. Our men have 1. So the problem is you're going to run out of dates to be able to play.
Adam, we sat around back around, I guess Christmas time was when the conversation started to be had about how are we going to get everything done in the spring semester with everything that's going on. It's here, man. Basketball, volleyball, baseball, and softball both taking place tomorrow. Golf participated in an event today. It's busy, and tomorrow's a big day here on campus as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. We've got baseball against Holmes tomorrow. It'll be right here on the Red Channel at 1:30. Brad Boggs and myself, I have the call on that.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Ratings dipping already. But then the women, they'll play Bevel at 2, and it's actually going to be sophomore day for the softball team. They're going to go ahead and get that one in because, we saw it last year. We went to spring break, and we never came back. So you want to make sure you get those moments in as well. Jeremy Kennedy and Michael Upton have the call on that one on the Blue Channel tomorrow. And then tennis is going to be here as well. So, 10 of our 11 sports going all at once right now. Golf currently down at Gulf Coast playing in the tournament there. Got a little bit of ground to make up on day 2, but, Coach Milam's going to try to get his guys fired up. So, we encourage you to visit letsgoicc.com. Follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC, mainly because there's just so much going on, so many constant schedule changes, that's just the best way to keep up with everything.
And guess what? We were all ready for this spring. We knew a lot of sports were being played this spring. And last week, we lose a whole week because of the ice and snow. We'll have more makeup games. A lot of changes will happen the next couple of weeks.
Did you go sledding in the ice and snow this
I
past
did not.
week?
I'm too old.
I
would have got injured.
I tried, and I should have.
So you've got the perfect place over on the lake.
Yeah, I tried
to sled on off.
I have video proof that I did try to make it into the lake from my top of my driveway. Luckily, God looked out for me and didn't let it happen.
May not have ended well.
It wouldn't have.
I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a break here. Let's get a word from our sponsors. We're going to come back. We're going to pray the lights come back on. What's the Trace Atkins song? Every light in the house is on. Well, they're not all on here in the Davis Event Center right now. We got to get them brought back up. And we'll get ready for action between the Rangers and the Indians when the lights come back on. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll tide!
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy.
Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Brooke McCollum, your 2020 ICC Most Beautiful, and you're watching Let's Go ICC TV.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
We're back here, and what I guess we can continue to call the Davis Ford pregame show as we have been introduced to the starters, but due to a lighting malfunction, we've not actually had the opening tip yet. So both teams are still out here, I guess, re-warming up, getting ready to play. As it looks like it may be starting to get a little more light in here. I can't tell if it's just from one of the spotlights up there or if the lights are actually beginning to heat up. It's one of those situations where the lights in the gym have been on all day long. When they cut off, they have to cool down before they can cut back on. So just one of those deals that you got to deal with. Typically takes about 15 minutes, and we've been going for about 7 or 8 minutes, I guess you could say, at this point. So we're hopefully over halfway there to getting this situation resolved and getting basketball action underway between ICC and Northwest, as Adam has gone over everything he can think of to go over with us except Truck Stop Chicken. I mean,
yeah, I'm telling y'all, if you're ever going down 55, matter of fact, we may do that if we go to Holmes next year. We're going to stop by Tillatoba Truck Stop. You order it, they bring it to you. It don't matter what it is. Name it. What's something you want right now?
I'm just hungry right now. I mean,
that's all you got to.
What were you talking? Say some of that ham you were talking about.
Some of that old school ham that you take a bite and it's so salty you
drink a gallon of water
behind it, and then go in there and tell them you want a pan of biscuits, and they're going to bring you a pan of biscuits. It's made to cook, made to order, ready to go. Matter of fact, I might leave here in a minute and go down there.
I was just thinking, we've got some great sponsors here in Fulton. If any of them are listening or watching along with us right now, Jim, Adam, and I, anything you felt led to bring here courtside at the Davis Event Center, we could probably take it off your hands at halftime. Wouldn't you say, guys?
And we definitely promote them on there
no doubt.
if they brought some food tonight.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I would. Yeah, I'm tired of my own cooking after this last whole week. I don't know about you guys, but like my house is now, my driveway, and of course I'm showing you with my hand for those that are watching, can't really see it, but it kind of makes an S while it goes uphill. So you're going up and having to turn and then make another quick turn. That ice and the little Mazda did not, or Nissan, excuse me, did not, didn't mesh well together. So I'm just happy to be out of the house, and we went and enjoyed a local restaurant that's not a sponsor, so we're not going to mention their name on the air, but for lunch. But it was good to have something other than rice and just whatever was in my cabinet.
You know, when you mix a global pandemic along with winter weather, that, you know, guys, I can't recall that happening in my life. Like being snowed into a place where it probably wasn't safe to drive somewhere else.
What year were you born?
96.
He missed the ice storm of 94.
He's a young man, Adam.
Yeah, he is. Wow, 96.
What was the biggest difference between 94 and now? Because you hear horror stories about 94 and trees snapping and power being out for days for everybody, but
that's the biggest difference right now. Because I remember when at the time I think I was 14. So yeah, I would say just the fact that, Jim, you can probably speak on this a little bit more too. I would say the fact that we kept power this time.
Yeah, it helped.
Because I think in Pittsburgh we were without power for about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, and the crazy thing was all the trees that were breaking off. I can remember my dad going outside with a shotgun and like just shooting the tree limbs to keep them from falling
knock the ice off.
Yeah. So yeah, that to me would be the fact that we just didn't lose power for so long, and then the fact we were better prepared because we knew ahead. You know, it kind of came out of the blue back in 94 because we didn't have the technology that we have now, as we do have one light on, so we're getting progress.
You know, like when you go to your grandma's house and she's got that one light pole outside that's really creepy and you don't want to walk outside, like the weird lights you see out the back door? That's kind of what it looks like in here right now. Like there's just one random light on.
Yeah. It's
kind of creepy.
Because if you're looking on the TV, you see lights like reflecting on the floor. That's actually the concourse lights. So that's not really the light that is shining on the floor. All I know is that one light is extremely bright.
It's right in our face.
Yeah, I would say it's right in our face there. Jim, what do you remember of the 94 ice storm?
Well, you're right, Adam. I'm a lot older than y'all, and I will not go over how much older I am than y'all. But the 94 ice storm, as you mentioned, power went out.
Mm-hmm.
And we were better prepared this time. You know, we had it very easy compared to 94. Most of us did not lose our power in our area. We had plenty of food. Mm-hmm. You know, the ice and snow was beautiful, but it's time to move on. We're in for a week. In 94, it was tough, guys. The power went out. You didn't have your food. You couldn't drive. Trees were falling. Limbs were falling. You didn't have underground utilities back then like you do now.
Yeah.
And so you're losing more and more people losing power. I know people are tuning in, listening, and going, why are they talking about the weather? Well, we've got a little lighting problem here tonight, so we're talking a little bit about the weather and having a good time.
That's right. You know, I'm thinking Adam Gore here. He's sports information director of media relations, just do it all man here on campus at ICC. But he engineers our basketball broadcast for us, and I'm wondering, is there a way you can get us like a call-in line set up? I mean, we could go full-fledged Paul Feinbaum here.
I've got Steve Diffie texting me right now, and he's surprised that Pittsburgh has electricity, and Brian Lentz, the SID down at Northwest, chiming in as well. So, yeah, I mean, we open phone lines, 1-800-862-ICC. Give us a call. There's not enough numbers in there. But yeah, so we're starting to get a little bit more lights in this situation, as they're slowly but surely coming on one at a time here. So
that's exactly what's happening. Is it's one at a time. There's 1, 2, 3 on the far side of the court, and it looks like maybe 2 here on the near side of the court are on. So about 12 more to go, and maybe we'll have.
Well, I'll say this: before I came to ICC, I was covering high school sports all across the state. I went to cover an Ingomar basketball game at Drew High School. And this is about as bright as their gym was.
It could be done.
Yeah, so it could be done. I've seen it darker.
I'm telling you, both teams have warmed up for well over an hour. I mean, I got here about 4:30. Both teams were on the floor shooting at that point. They left for about 5 minutes to go and get last-minute instructions from the coaches. They came back out for the starting lineups. They had the starting lineups, then we had the light malfunction. They immediately went back to shooting, and they have not stopped since. I mean, they're going to be loose. I don't think there's anything to worry about that.
They're fatigued. They're going to play everybody on their bench tonight.
I'm going to say, we're going to get to halftime, and they're going to think they've already played 2 games right now. So careful, here comes your boss and your counterpart over there, so we'll have to behave now.
Let's see what Taylor and Dr. Hab have going on here.
We can interview them if they'd like to talk about the weather.
We can sit around and talk about recruiting here.
Patrick Monk checking in, saying hashtag LED lights.
You know, I was talking to Taylor in the office earlier today, and I said, come by at halftime, and we'll interview you about your cheerleaders or something. Well, it's going to be pregame show, so just come on around here, and we'll get to talking about it. She's terrified
She says no.
We've got a few more lights to get back on here. I think we're probably 5 or 10 minutes away still from getting this thing tipped off. So let's take a break. Let's hear from those sponsors one more time.
Sponsors.
All of them. Play every commercial you have in the arsenal.
That's right.
We'll come back. We'll play basketball after this. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Well, I believe we're about to get the green flag and get ready to play basketball here from the Davis Event Center as both teams have headed back to the bench. The starters are coming back out just for intents and purposes. Let's reintroduce you to the starters. For Northwest, it'll be Prater, Richards, and Tunstall at the guard positions. D'Antoni Gordon will be the power forward, and Quinn Kiles will be the center. For ICC, it'll be Jones, Brown, and Wallace at the guard spot. Shamontis Mitchell will be the four-man, and Walter Hamilton, who you see there in the center, will jump for the Indians. As this has been the Davis Ford pregame show, we've introduced you to the Tupelo Coca-Cola starters, and that was the First American National Bank opening tip-off controlled by the Indians and Brandon Brown. So after the delay with the lighting issue, we're back underway. Let's see, we're about 30 minutes behind schedule due to that. As ICC goes down low, 15 on the shot clock. Brown gives off to Jones, left side wing, dribble drive, hand off to Hamilton in the lane, baby hook, back iron up and in. A nice little baby hook there for the freshman out of Potts Camp.
Nice start. Glad to see it. 2-0, Indians up early.
Good ball movement on the offensive end. Now a turnover forced by Brandon Brown. Brown fighting through traffic up right side. Late pass over towards Wallace off the hands of Northwest, out of bounds, and ICC will retain possession.
Just started the game, Jordan. 19:23 left the first half. Indians 2, Northwest Rangers 0.
Good ball movement on that opening possession for ICC. It's give and go back into Brown as he'll reset the offense. A 2-3 zone set for Northwest. As you saw them do a lot defensively up in Senatobia about a month ago, they come out opening in this 2-3 zone here tonight. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jones tries to get it back to Brown. Ball knocked loose. Now Brown retains it back. 5 seconds on the clock. Now left side to Wallace. Dribble drive up left side baseline. Clock's down to 1. Jones has to shoot it. Gets it off. Back iron no good. And rebounded by T.J. Wallace. So a second look at it here for the Indians. Still in that 2-3 zone for Northwest. And they're all blue. ICC in their home grays. First time we've seen the home grays, I believe, so far this year. 10 on the clock, now swings it across the floor to Jones. 2 steps inside the three-point line, gives off to Wallace, three-pointer, no good. And for the third time, ICC gets it back, puts it up, no good with Brown. Fourth time, puts it up, and he's fouled that time. 4 looks on the offensive end for ICC. Brown is fouled, and will go to the free throw line.
You know, Jordan, we talked about Brown being a double-double machine. He got 2 rebounds there on that time. Great effort. Brandon Brown shooting 2 free throws. Need to make them. We're up 2-0. 18:32 left in the first half.
Foul goes on the freshman Kyles, his first, team's first, and we'll see Brandon go to the free throw line. First free throws of the night. First one is up. Rattles around, no good. As Brown is 4th in the nation with 55 free throws made. He's also 22nd in the country, averaging 22 points per game. So it's been a really good start to the season for the sophomore out of Memphis. Second shot up for Brown. Up and good, so he splits the 2 off the line. ICC leads at 3-0, a minute and a half into the game. And the ball's intercepted again by Brown. All over the place here early on. 2 turnovers forced by the point guard. Jones into the front court, sets up the offense. It's on the offensive end for the Indians. Jones, Wallace, Brown, Mitchell, and Hamilton, your original starting 5 out there. No substitutions so far in this one. Brown, 12 on the shot clock, starts left, now back to the right, center of the floor. Man-to-man defense this time down after being in a 2-3 set. Now Brown off the screen from Hamilton, tries to go left side, contact and fouled. It'll go back to the line. And no, they're going to say he was fouled before the shot. So fouls on the floor. That will reset the shot clock back to 20 as that foul came with 3 on the clock. That foul will go on Kevontae Tunstall, his first, team's second. And as we said, shot clock goes back to 20. Now entry pass to Wallace. Could have been called for a walk, but gives off to Mitchell. Ball's knocked loose, fighting for it. Now he's got it back, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Swings it across the floor into the arms of Jones, who bats it forward, and now Northwest with 2-on-1. Up the floor, Crazy goes up off the back glass with Richards. No good, but he's fouled and will go to the free throw line.
17:44 left in the first half. ICC 3, Northwest 0.
Got to take care of the basketball if you're ICC. Foul goes on Brown, his first, team's first. And we'll see James Richards III go to the line for the Rangers. First shot up and good. Richards averaging a little bit over 8 points per game. 12 of 19 so far on the year. 7 of 11 so far on the year from the free throw line. But he's good for both of those and gets Northwest into the scoring column. So first opportunity for Northwest to go into the press. That's been one thing that's really given ICC some fits here early on this year, as Brown works along with Mitchell to break that press into the front court, and now they set up the offense. Wallace and Jones out top, now swings to Brown in the corner. Being defended down low by Tunstall. Comes back to his left, now to Mitchell, swinging back to Jones. 10 on the shot clock. Wallace, left side corner, back in man-to-man defense. Ball deflected by Richards. Fought for it, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul as Brandon Brown was trying to get back to the basketball, tripped him up, and that's 2 fouls on Brown, and suddenly, offensively, ICC's in trouble.
Big foul there, as you mentioned, 2 fouls, 17:15 left in the first half. He's probably going to have to take a seat in a minute.
As I said, they're going to set the shot clock to 20, and Brown's going to have to come off the floor. 17:15 to go in the first half. Make note of that. We'll see if we see Brandon come back in. But 17:15 is the mark where Brown picks up his second foul and has to go to the bench as the freshman from Biggersville, Stacy, checks into the lineup. Good movement on the offensive end for the Rangers. Richards, left side, looked like he may have got an extra step there. No call. Rebound fought for by DeAntoni Gordon, who steps outside three-point line, fires one up, no good, and TJ Wallace there to clear the board. Good job on the boards there for the sophomore out of Amory. Now into the offensive side he goes. ICC did a good job early on with movement on the offensive end. The Northwest is really over pursuing those passing lanes now. Fadeaway 3, partially blocked out top by Prater. Ends up in the hands of the Indians. Now Stacy for 3 out top. Right place at the right time. The freshman drills it home.
Big shot by Stacy. ICC 6, Rangers 2. 16:30 left in the first half.
Look at this ball movement. I mean, motion offense. This is what Shane Oakley has installed here at Northwest. As down into the lane, DeAntoni Gordon, who leads the team in scoring, puts that one up off the glass to the right side, in and good.
The 6'7" transfer from Wichita State.
And he looks like a Division I ball player. He's that stretch 4 guy. He almost picked that one off there. They're really over pursuing those pass lanes. As Wallace, some contact there down low by Prater. Now back out top to Mitchell. 10 on the shot clock. He's being defended by Gordon. Now going left hand. Ball knocked partially loose. Fighting through contact. Shot blocked by Gordon. Mitchell gets it back. 3 on the clock. Now to Jones. 1 on the clock. He did not get that one off. That is a shot clock violation, as ICC did not do a very good job whatsoever of keeping up with how much time they had.
Give Northwest credit on the defensive end. 6-4 ICC up by 2. 15:45 left in the first half.
Let's just watch that motion here on the offensive end again for the Rangers. Man-to-man set for the Indians. Working off a couple screens out top is Prater. Prater steps up to the elbow, fires jump shot in and good. Well, he had enough room, and they trust him just to fire that shot. Prater knocks it home, and we're all tied at 6.
6 apiece. Turnover. Looks like the ball was thrown out of bounds. It is Northwest ball.
Jim, I was looking down, writing on my scorecard here. I mean, ICC looked to just sail that one out of bounds there. As substitutions for the Indians, we see Isaiah Thompson checks into the game. Guess that's the only one there. He subs off Mitchell. As ball inbounded to Prater off the screen, fades away from about 6 feet and hits the bottom of the net again as Forte Prater, 2 quick buckets here early on, and Northwest is taking their first lead of the night.
Tough shot by Prater. The freshman Starkville, 10-foot fadeaway, nailed it 8-6 Northwest.
So foul trouble for Brandon Brown, has him on the bench here early on for the Indians, and the offense for ICC has struggled from that point on. It's extended man-to-man defense for Northwest. Rod Jones out top, now double teamed there. Gets it off in the corner to Stacy. Hit his first 3, second one back iron, no good. Just a little quick on the trigger there for the freshman. Now out in transition. Here's where Northwest is so good. Good pass down low from Prater to Gordon, and he finishes it with the right hand. That's how you operate out in transition there for the Rangers.
Rangers on an 8-0 run. They're up 10-6, 14-35 in the first half.
ICC led it 6-2, but it's been good defense translating to offense in transition for Northwest. Thompson now swings it way back out top to Jones. 12 on the shot clock. Working through the screen, into the lane, puts it up off the glass, in and good. Whistle and a foul. Count the basket, and he'll go to the line for one more. That foul's going to go, I believe, on Kyles. That's his second. Kyles drew the start at center for Coach Oakley. And I would expect that we'll see probably him go to the bench here now as well, as Deshaun Berry checks into the game for the Indians. Kean Mims into the game as well. So only one of your original starters on the floor here for ICC. That is Rod Jones as he goes to the line here for a free throw. Off the back iron and no good for Jones as he made the layup, couldn't get the and one. Cuts the lead back to 2 as Northwest just fights it up the floor in a hurry. A very slight whistle as I could barely hear that one. They're going to say contact down low. So it'll be free throws upcoming for the Rangers. Foul goes on Stacy. His first, team's third, so 3 fouls apiece here at the 14-16 mark in the first half. So James Richards III, he'll go to the line. A 75% free throw shooter on the year, misses the front end. So he was 2 of 2 so far on the night. Misses that one. And here comes his second. Shot up and good, so push the lead back out to 3, and immediately back into that full court press comes Northwest. His ball into the corner. Good job by Stacy to get it out front. Now ICC has numbers. 3-on-1. Jones fights through a ton of contact. And they're going to call him for a charge. I guess they're going to say a good job down low of getting set by Gordon, as it looked like Jones ran flat into a brick wall. Gordon didn't even fall down. Charge call. So foul goes on Jones. He fights through contact, gets called for the foul. Northwest gets the basketball back with a 3-point advantage. Gordon ball up top side. Now he pull-up jumper. It hits the bottom of the net, and Gordon is hot here early on tonight. 6 quick points for the sophomore transfer out of Wichita State.
Largest lead of the night for Northwest, 13-8, 13:45 left in the first half.
A double team over across the far sideline as Kean Mims was trying to advance the basketball. So they're going to get James Richards III for that one. That's his first personal, team's 4th. That's one of those aggressive fouls you're going to get when you press sometimes.
Jordan, we mentioned largest lead of the night for Northwest, up by 5, 13-8.
Jones out top, lots of contact there, gets it into the lane, though. Left-hander just finishes it. There was a couple guys there had an opportunity to step in front, Jim, and they just didn't.
They backed off, took the layup, 13-10 Rangers.
Now entry pass down low once again to Gordon, and the big man, D'Antoni Gordon, is just having his way.
He's eating his up. I believe he has got 8 quick points here, 15-10 Northwest.
Mims up the floor in a hurry. Nice dish pass down low off left side block to Thompson. He'll finish it there, and ICC just goes tit for tat, gets it right back.
15-12, Northwest up, 13 minutes left in the first half.
Ball out top for Northwest, all 5 guys beyond the perimeter. As Richards fights left side, contact, gets the shot up. They're going to say foul was on the floor, so they'll inbound it down low. There's lots of contact on both sides, and the officials doing a pretty good job of just not letting anything get too out of hand. But here's the problem for ICC. That foul's on Rod Jones. So he's got 2, and Brown's got 2.
Brown and Jones, who are leading the team in scoring both with 2 fouls here, are in the first half.
Coach Bozeman's got to make a decision here. Does he leave Jones on the floor? He is for now. It looks like Pendleton's at the scorer's table to check in at the next stoppage of play, but Jones has got to be careful not to foul there. And you saw him kind of back off there. He knew he couldn't get called for that one. Shot no good. Rebounded, goes down low again. As it would have been a goaltend if it didn't go in, but Cavante Tunstall is able to finish it with the right hand.
I believe that was Tyler Lang, number 11, that finished that
11,
one.
Lang.
Yeah, 11, Lang.
ICC numbers now. Stacy in the corner, front iron no good as he had a wide open look, couldn't get that one to go home. As Stacy 1 for 3 from three-point land here early on in this one. Now a nice skip pass to Richards, now gives back to Prater, thought about the 3, now gives off right side to Tunstall. He'll pull up for 3, rattles around no good, and rebounded by Stacy. A nice job of covering that one up and protecting the basketball. And Jones now operating with 2 fouls is going to slow things down as a bit of a track meets broke out here over the course of the last few minutes. ICC trails by 5, 12 minutes to play. Now Jones pulls up for 3, bottom of the net for Rod Jones. That gets you right back into it as a 5-point advantage is cut down to 2 at 17-15.
Great job by Rod Jones. Got 7 points leading the team right now.
Offensive board for Northwest, fires off the back glass, no good on the second chance, and Barry picks it up. As TJ Hanna couldn't get that one to go for Northwest. The sophomore, that is, out of Soutella here pretty close. Getting some action here in the game tonight. Stacy left side wing, entry pass down low block to Mims. Mims tries to take it baseline, lots of contact with Lang. Now back out top to Barry, who the lane splits open in front of him. Again, tons of contact by Lang and no call.
17-15, Rangers up by 2, 11-17 left in the first half.
And you see Jones now checking out with those 2 fouls. So your 2 leading scorers in Brown, who averages 20, and Jones, who averages 12, both on the bench at 11-17 to go with 2 fouls. 6 on the shot clock. Got to be quick and aggressive here. His pass comes back to Barry off front iron, no good. Rebound, fought around, and Mitchell got his hands on it. And they're going to have a question. They're going to say it stays with ICC. It's a good job there by Shermontis getting in there battling for that rebound. They'll say it's off the hands of Northwest last, and ICC will inbound it under the goal.
Great job by Mitchell battling 3 Northwest Rangers, got them to knock it off their hands.
Pendleton, entry pass there to Mims. Now Mims backs it out, gives back to Pendleton, who will reset the offense, and we're back to a 2-3 zone. So we've seen several different sets defensively for Northwest. This 2-3 is where they were at early. Nice pass down low to Mims. Now can he finish it at the rim? Yes, he can, and he's going to go to the line for one more. Kean Mims gets in there and gets around Tyler Lang, finishes it at the glass, and will shoot a free throw.
All tied up. No. Yes, tied up, right? 17 apiece. 10:56 left in the first half.
They get TJ Hanna for the foul call. It's a foul from behind. Mims, free throw up and back down. And ICC is on a 6-0 run themselves to take back the lead. Big lineup on the floor for Northwest as Hanna with it out top, gives back to Lang. Now comes left side into the paint, pull-up jumper. Not a very pretty shot there by Lang. Rebound saved by Barry. And now here comes ICC. And Coach Bozeman slowing those guys down, saying, hey, this is not the bunch you want to get into a track meet with right now. As Barry, Pendleton, and Stacy are your 3 guards in the set. Mitchell has it out left or right side it is. Now back to Stacy, thinks about the 3. Now back to Pendleton to the right. Man-to-man defense for Northwest. Now entry pass to down low to Mims. Starts right, now back left. Can he finish it again? Yes, he can. The freshman out of South Carolina having a way down low with 5 consecutive points.
Great job by Mims. ICC up 20-17. 10:05 left in the first half.
So an 8-0 run for the Indians to take back the lead. They try to protect that with 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Jumper from Hanna, no good off the right side elbow. And again, ICC going to back it out, get back into a set offense, see what Northwest wants to throw at them defensively. Mitchell with the ball at the timeline in front of Shane Oakley. Ball swings over to the corner now to Stacy. Man-to-man out there with Cavante Tunstall. Now pass down low to Barry, can't get it to go. Mims tries to put it back, was hit in the face, it looked like, as he put it up. No call, and here comes Northwest. Big battle happening down low on both ends as Richards into the lane, whistle and a foul, and he'll go to the line for 2. The foul's going to go on Mims. Well, I could have missed it, but it looked like he took a shot as he tried to put it back. And, even if you go back for a tap in there, if you get hit in the face putting it back, that's still a foul call.
Still good job by the Indians, 20-17. Northwest has been on an 8-0 run. We're on an 8-0 run now, taking back the lead by 3 points here, Jordan.
See Richards go to the line, 3 of 4 on the night. His first, no good, so now 3 of 5 on the night for James Richards, who came into the night shooting about 75% off the free throw line. Hasn't had that clip under his belt so far tonight. That foul did go on Mims. It was his first, team 6, so free throws rest of the way through for Northwest. Second free throw, no good, so 3 of 6 on the night for Richards. Going to pick up that half-court man-to-man defense right there at the half-court stripe for Pendleton. Pendleton in his sophomore year running the point. Out top, works off the screen from Hamilton, who rolled wide open into the lane. Couldn't get the basketball to him. Now Mitchell and Pendleton on the right side together. Back to Hamilton, goes right side off the block. Now back to Mitchell, 4 on the shot clock. Got to make something happen. He has a step back 3, hits the back iron, no good. And again, here comes Northwest as they fire it up floor in a hurry. And that was just doomed from the get-go, but they're going to say ICC pushed D'Antoni Gordon out of bounds. That's probably the right call, as you don't want to get called for that one there, because first off, they're in the bonus now, so they're shooting free throws. But second off, that pass was headed out of bounds. Foul goes on 0. Pendleton, his first, team 7th. We'll see Gordon shooting free throws. First one up and good. That's 9 points here in the first half for the sophomore.
Gordon's very impressed. We mentioned the transfer from Wichita State, 6'7". Found himself underneath against a 6-foot guard, and that's why Pendleton had to force him out of bounds to get the foul.
Second one up and good for Gordon as well. So first player of the night into double figures is Gordon, and Coach Bozeman, knowing the importance of the game right here, up a point, 8:55 to go. He's got Brown and Jones back out there. Both of those guys playing with 2 fouls. Hey, you got to be careful if you're those 2 guys. Brown with the basketball on your screen, working from right to left. Double teamed out top of the key. Now kicks over right side to Mitchell. Mitchell gets it back to Pendleton off the screen from Brown, trying to get it fed down low to Hamilton. Hamilton, good pass into the corner to Mitchell, who was wide open. Didn't know what to do with it. Now he's going to get called for a travel. Well, he got up in the air, didn't know what he wanted to do with it, let go of the basketball, and then he was just doomed at that point.
20-19, Indians up by 1, 8:33 left in the first half.
Let's set the floor for the Indians. It's Jones and Brown, as we just mentioned. Hamilton down low. The 4-man is Shermontis Mitchell, and also Rodarian Pendleton in the game. There he is on defense, fighting against Richards for Northwest. Pass goes off to Gordon. He puts up a shot, no good, and rebounded by Brandon Brown. Well, that's where he makes his presence as soon as he comes back into the game. Your point guard averages 11 rebounds per game. Need a good possession on the offensive end here for the Indians. Give and go with Pendleton and Jones. Now back to Brown. 14 on the shot clock. Down low to Hamilton as he's again going to work. Ball's knocked loose. Here comes Northwest in transition. Out top alley. Yoop almost tried to throw it down with a one-hand slam was Gordon. And the pass was just a little bit behind him as Prater fed it up there. And if it was in front of him, he was probably going to throw it right down the rim. But it was behind him, couldn't get a hand on it, and it sails out of bounds.
I don't think Coach Oakley is too happy about that play.
Well, you wouldn't think so, because that was a given. You were going to get points there. A good feed is definitely going to get you points, but trying to get a little cute there. And Northwest turns it over. 7:45 to play in the first half. ICC leads it by a point. As the game started out kind of slow, got way up pace for a couple of minutes, and now slowed back down over the course of the last few. As Mims under the logo in the lane, he goes up, is fouled, and will go to the line for 2. Foul's going to go on 24, Mario Fenner Jr. Fenner Jr., a sophomore out of Como, Mississippi, North Panola High School. That's a first free throw by Mims, right iron, and no good. And, Jim, we talked about it in the pregame show. That's one of those places where you got to be good to win these types of games. You got to eliminate turnovers. You got to make free throws. And the free throw line has not been very kind so far this year to the Indians. Second one by Mims, much better, in and good. So 2 of 3 on the night is the freshman. So back to a 2-point advantage, 7:30 to play. It's good movement on the offensive side. The shot was partially blocked there by Mims as he's having a really good night. He's going to bring the ball up the floor himself as well for ICC.
Mims with a lot of energy, as you mentioned. Blocked that shot then. He's got 6 points tonight. Shooting 2 for 3 from free throw line.
Pendleton gives to Stacy. Now back across the floor to Mitchell. Good motion on the offensive side for the Indians. Skip pass to Barry. Now down low to Mims. And that's where ICC's had good looks so far tonight. Errant pass saved out there by Pendleton, who established himself back in bounds, and shots blocked right there at the buzzer. Gets it off as the buzzer finally does go off. It rolls around, no good. Batted around and controlled by Jalen Sanders for Northwest. Numbers for Northwest to Richards. He gets up in there, don't know where to go, and just throws a pass right to the cornerback in the set, Hunter Stacy, who up the floor he goes. Ball knocked loose and out of bounds. And ICC will keep it down low as just a track meet, guys. Back and forth, sloppy play both ways as well.
Indians up 21-19, 6:44 left in the first half.
Jim, we hadn't seen Carlos Curry for Northwest all night. He just checked in. Curry, the transfer from Ole Miss at 6'11", 240 out of Albany, Georgia. Big presence down low, as you can tell. Good length on the floor for Northwest here.
No doubt. 6'11", 6'7". They're very, very athletic and very tall, very lengthy.
They like to get the basketball out and run as well off of all missed shots. Pass comes in up top to Wallace. They're going to give to Berry. Berry's going to serve as the point guard here. Freshman out of Holka goes left to Stacy. Now 2-3 zone is the set again for Northwest. 10 on the shot clock. Got to make something happen. Now go right side to Wallace. He thought about stepping into a three, but gives off to Mitchell down low. Now Wallace back to Berry. Now back to Wallace again for 3. 4 on the shot clock. Back iron no good, and rebounded by Curry. And I tell you what, that guy's going to get a bunch of rebounds down there. And Shane Oakley saying, let's go up tempo. Well, they went up tempo, but they're going to get called with a charge. It's just a little bit out of control with D'Antoni Gordon, as he had a good look at it but ran a man over. Charge call. First foul on Gordon, but it's the team's 7th. But since it's an offensive variety, he won't get free throws.
Good defense by the Indians. Indians have the ball. 6:10 left in the first half. 21-19, ICC over Northwest.
ICC's led it by as much as 5. They trailed by as much as 6. They lead it by 2 with the 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Wallace on the right side gives to Mims. Now Mims looking for somewhere to go with the basketball himself. Gives to Stacy on the handoff. Just tight defense from Northwest. They're right up on top of the basketball everywhere it goes. Berry into the lane, trying to go somewhere with it, and he's going to get called for a walk. He wanted to give off the lane there to Mitchell, but they just completely cut him off.
Good defense by the Rangers. As you mentioned, they turn over. Rangers have the ball. 5:44 left in the first half. ICC 21, Northwest 19.
On the year, Northwest is forcing 15 turnovers per game. I think ICC had 22 or 23 in that first contest up at Senatobia, and it looks like they may be well onto that again here tonight. As big, just massive humanity after the rebound. ICC clears it with Kean Mims up the floor. Left hand can't get it to go, but he's going to go to the free throw line instead as he takes some frustration out on the pad there behind the goal. But the freshman probably having his best game so far on the year here tonight.
Doing a good job. And, y'all, we saw Mims after an earlier game stay after the game and shoot free throws over and over. So he's really practiced this. I hope it pays off.
First foul for Sanders, team's 8th. Mims to the line. 3 of 4 on the night for Kean Mims, who had really struggled from the line so far this year. He was shooting it, guys, he was 3 of 18 on the year. He's 3 of 4 tonight, so a lot better performance for the freshman. As the second one's up, it's good as well. So he's made as many free throws tonight as he had all year coming in to tonight's contest. So much better performance for the freshman off the line. Wide open 3, thought about by Prater, but he's going to elect to go with a one-hand jam, and he's going to almost tear the rim off there, as that's going to drive Coach Bozeman insane as he calls timeout. And that's going to be a very interesting timeout over there for ICC, as a coverage bust on the defensive end gives the Rangers a staple dunk there by Forte Prater. Let's take a break. ICC leads at 23-21, 5:14 to play here in the first half. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Got a good one brewing here in the Davis Event Center. ICC leads Northwest 23-21 with about 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Mims been the player of the game here in the first half for the Indians. Got the basketball out top of the key, working against Carlos Curry. Going to pull up over his head and hits the bottom of the net. Kean Mims says, Mr. 6'11", step here in front of me and I'll bury one over you.
He's feeling it. Give him the ball. Feeling it.
Nice performance off the bench so far tonight for the freshman. As a whistle and a foul, I think they're going to say he got called for a hold. Well, you know, that's a disadvantage you got when you're giving up 6 inches like that. You sometimes get called for a hold because you know when he gets that basketball and he's got that much length that you're in a bit of trouble when he gets it to you there on the block. Foul goes on Mims, his second, team's 8th, and Carlos Curry will go to the line for the first time tonight. First free throw up and good for the sophomore. Originally out of Albany, Georgia at 6'11", 240, was at Ole Miss last year. He's transferred to Northwest here for his sophomore season. Hasn't burned the nets up on the offensive end, but is averaging over 8 rebounds per game, and you can take a look at him and understand why. Second free throw, good as well.
Good
Curry
looking stroke from free throw line.
shot at 12 of 19 so far on the year, so a pretty good free throw shooter. And here's where you can really see that length come into play, is in that 1-2-1-1 press. As they've got so much length, and they just stole the basketball away right there with that length, as they take up so much room there on the floor. Out in transition, nice move by D'Antoni Gordon, who leads all scoring here in the contest with 12 points. He's got that same length, Jim. It's just so long in the arms. He gets up in the air and can almost do a circus act.
No doubt about it. And they've tied the ball game, 25 apiece, 4:10 left in the first half.
Every time they've gone to that press, it's really dialed up the intensity, as Mitchell got it all the way to the goal, couldn't finish it off the right side. And again, here comes Northwest in a hurry on the offensive end. Prater with it, kicks off in the corner to Sanders, pulls up for 3. It hits the side of the goal, no good, and rebounded by Deshaun Berry. Now here comes Wallace. Game's up, paced once again. Here we go. Wallace with it, splits the double team, almost loses the basketball and his balance, and says, all right, too fast, let's reset.
25 apiece, 3:40 left in the first half.
Wallace has it out top. Gives to Stacy off right side, now at the timeline. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Richards covers Stacy way out top, working off a screen. Now Curry in front of Stacy. Going to give off into the corner to Wallace. Wide open 3 from the corner. Front iron, no good. Rebound is controlled over there by Carlos Curry. He doesn't have to jump to get it. Just puts his arms up and he's got the rebound. Curry have it out top. He's going to try it from out deep. Bottom of the net.
Woo! 3-pointer.
Good looking shot there for Carlos Curry. He's only attempted 9 of those on the year. It only made 1. But he made that second one and it looked easy.
Rangers up by 3, 28-25, 3 minutes left of halftime.
Last couple of minutes have definitely belonged to Northwest as Hamilton give and go, gets it to Berry, and there's a whistle and a foul. That's going to go on Jalen Sanders. It'll be a 2-shot foul, and we'll see Berry come to the line to shoot those. Second foul on Sanders, team's 9th. So 2 shots every foul rest of the way through here for ICC. Deshaun Berry, one of those freshmen that you got to be excited about for ICC. 71% free throw shooter on the year, one of the better percentages. As it hits back iron, goes about 3 feet up in the air and comes right back down through the hoop and good.
That's how he had it playing, right there.
Hey, you know, it don't matter how it goes in there. You just got to get it in, right?
That's right.
As Jalen Bean checks into the game for the Indians. First time we've seen Bean tonight, the sophomore out of Wheeler. As the ball comes back to Berry. A much smaller lineup on the floor here, guys, for ICC. As much length and height as Northwest could possibly have is on the floor here. And as many guards as ICC could possibly have on the floor is out there here now.
We've cut it to 1. 2:50 left in the halftime. Rangers 28, Indians 27.
Working off 2 screens out top from Rodshon Gentry. Hamilton steps out top as Curry tries to go back to the well one more time for a 3. That one not quite as pretty off the iron, no good. And here come the Indians. Stacy with the basketball, now out top to Gentry. Gentry gives off to Bean. Now left side, major size disadvantage right there between Bean and Lang. Now out top, Gentry passes a pretty one down to Hamilton. He finishes it off the right side. Nice assist by Stacy out top, and Hamilton knows what to do it off the right side block.
Indians take the lead, 29-28, 2:15 left at halftime.
Northwest doesn't take any time in bringing the basketball down the floor in a hurry as Gordon finishes it with the right hand and is fouled in the process and will get that and one opportunity and take back the lead.
He's a good-looking athlete. He's already got 14 points tonight. Rangers up 30-29. Gordon's trying to finish the three-point play, I thought. Nope.
Can't get it to go, but they did take the lead back at 30-29. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. 2-3 zone. Ball into the corner to Gentry. Pulls up for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebounds knocked up in the air. Now on the second effort, Hamilton gets it, and ICC is going to get a second life. Bean, Stacy, and Mitchell out top. Gentry runs the baseline, and Hamilton is your post guy down on the block. A skip pass now into the corner to Mitchell. Now back to Gentry out top with Stacy. 4 on the shot clock. Got to get something to happen. He loses control, and Curry's got it. He's going to dribble it up the floor. Now Hannah gives off to Lang, dead center of the lane, right side lay-in, just too easy for Northwest as they know what to do with the basketball out in transition.
They don't hesitate. They're up by 3, 32-29, a minute 25 left in the halftime.
You know what I like about it in transition is everything they do is headed right to the basket. There's nothing outside. They're not looking for anything cute. They're taking that length right at the hole, having a lot of success with it. Indians trail by 3. Stacy with it out top, 14 on the shot clock. Pass down low to Mitchell. A big disadvantage, but a nice pass as he finds Walter Hamilton there. Goes up and finishes it right in front of the rim.
Hamilton giving some good minutes here at the end of the half. A minute left to halftime. Rangers up by 1.
Really like Walter Hamilton. Think he's going to have a really good career here in Fulton for ICC. Hannah with a little baby hook in the lane is able to finish it there. Nice looking shot for the sophomore as Shane Oakley's going deep into that bench playing all kinds of guys over there. Under a minute to play here. Indians trail it by 3. Been back and forth all the way through as Mitchell throws up a circus shot. No good. Rebound's tapped out of bounds. They're going to say it's off the hands of Hamilton.
34-31. Rangers up by 3 with the ball with 36 seconds left to halftime.
So 35.9 on the game clock. So a 5.9 second differential between the game clock and shot clock. You would expect to see Northwest nurse that for all they can right here and get a good look here late in the clock. Prater's got the basketball out top. Got his 2 big guys down low in Curry and Lang. He's also got Gordon on the wing. Now a V cut to the goal. Gordon is able to go up and under and finish it, and just a clinic being put on here late in the first half on the offensive end by Shane Oakley's bunch. ICC needs a bucket here at the buzzer. Mitchell pulls up for 3. No good. Rebounded to Curry. They've got a second to do something with it, but they're going to hold it. They're going to take it to the half. And those last 5 minutes 100% belong to Northwest. As they trailed it by 3, they'll go to the break, leading it by 5. 36-31, Northwest leads at the halftime break. We're going to take that break as well and come back with the Little Caesars halftime report. Jim will have a look at the scoring. Adam will have a Sonic Studio update for us, and we'll see what kind of keys we have for ICC here in the second half. 36-31, the Rangers of Senatobia lead here at the half. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
36-31, Northwest leads at the halftime break. This is the Little Caesars halftime report. The quickest pizza in Itawamba County just got even quicker thanks to the Little Caesars app. Just place your order from the convenience of your phone, and it'll be hot and ready before you can get to 1405 South Adams Street in Fulton to pick that up. That is Little Caesars, and we thank them for sponsoring our halftime show here this year. 36-31, Northwest leads it. Back and forth affair as ICC led it 2-0 early. Northwest stormed back, took a lead. Then it was an 8-0 run, I believe, by ICC to take the lead back and really just kind of nip-tuck all the way through. But ICC really had a troubled last 5 minutes there and give the lead back to Northwest. They lead it by 5 here at the break. And, Jim, to me it seemed like when we saw that 1-2-1-1 press come into play and Shane Oakley went to that length he has on his bench, that was really kind of what the turning point there in the first half was.
I think you're right, Jordan. And also we got to remember Brandon Brown went out with 17 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half with 2 fouls. And when he went out with those 2 fouls, it hurt our rhythm. I don't know how many minutes he got to play. He's only got 1 point tonight. He leads our team, as you mentioned, with 21 points a game and 11 rebounds a game. I look for him to have a big second half. Yes, we're down by 5, but we had 2 of our best players on the bench a lot during that first half. But you make a good point, Jordan. We got to stop their driving to the goal, and that press, we got to find a way to beat it.
When your leading scorer averages 21, had 1 in the first half, that's and you're able to keep it within 5 against a good team like Northwest, that it could be worse. It always could be worse than that. But you're right. Rod Jones, that is, and Brandon Brown played about a combined 10 minutes in the first half due to some foul trouble. So a nice job of piecing it together there by Coach Eric Bozeman. He went all the way through the bench to make sure he was able to do that. I'm going to kick it over to you here in just a minute, Jim, to take a look at our numbers. But one thing that I noticed at looking at my box score from Northwest, you know, today's game is very dominated by the three-point line. Lots of teams are jacking up as many threes statistically, analytically. You know, a lot of people say it makes a lot of sense to take a lot of threes because if you make 10 threes and you make 10 twos, well, you got 30 if you make the threes and you got 20 if you make the twos. So, I mean, it makes some sense if you look at it from an analytical standpoint. But Northwest takes the basketball on rebounds. They take it right to the hole. They're athletic. They're long. They have success in doing that out in transition. 13 two-point field goals for Northwest in the first half. 1-3. You don't see that many box scores.
Great point. Like you said, they go north-south. They don't fool around. They go to the goal. They know they got athleticism, they got length, they got scores, and they can really hit the boards. You made a good point there.
Go ahead and take a look at those first half numbers for us, Jim.
We mentioned Northwest is up 36-31 here at halftime for the Rangers. Leading them tonight, Deontay Gordon, the outstanding transfer from Wichita State, 6'7". He's a big-time player, leading them with 16 points. Prater from Starkville's got 6. James Richards got 3 points. Carlos Curry came off the bench, big 6'11" transfer from Ole Miss, has 5. Tyler Lang has 4. T.J. Hanna, the freshman from Saltillo, has 2 points. For the Indians leading tonight, Rod Jones has 7. Deshaun Berry has 2. Walter Hamilton gave us some good points, 6 points for him. Brandon Brown, we mentioned, didn't get played much in the first half, had 1 point. Hunter Stacy hit a 3. He has 3 points. Isaiah Thompson has 2. Kenyon Mims came off the bench, gave us a lot of energy. He has 10 points leading ICC.
Mims, the freshman out of Fort Mill, South Carolina, has already set a career high with 10 points here in the first half tonight. 9 points was his career high back against Holmes on February the 8th. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with a Sonic Studio update. You go ahead and do it here, Adam? All right, let's go ahead and take that Sonic Studio update. Text Sonic to 876-642 to get special offers. Message and data rates may apply. Also, don't forget to download the Sonic app for additional specials. Adam, ICC's ladies led it up on the road at Senatobia against Northwest 23-12 at the end of the first quarter, but looks like that one's getting tight.
Yeah, Northwest starting to climb their way back into this one. They're only down 32-29. ICC had a double-digit lead in the first quarter. Northwest has come back and battled back. Actually made it a 1-point contest until ICC scored on the previous possession. So let's take you to that call of the game now here, courtesy of the Northwest broadcast.
Down the lane. Good defense and a whistle. Foul, Northwest basketball. A small contingent of Itawamba fans sitting across the way, not pleased there, and didn't have a good look at it from up here, but they did not like the call. Northwest. Another opportunity. Can make it a 1-point game or tie it with a long ball. Morgan Hodum has had the hot hand. Always like Serenity Emerson as a threat. It's Reagan working with it now. Iana had it deflected. Hodum saves the possession, drives corner, splits a double team, picks up now. Inside for Blakeney. Blakeney had it deflected out. It will stay with Northwest. 5 on the shot clock, though, for the Lady Rangers on the baseline. Credit to Wamba. Good defense there. And I said it earlier, unable to get comfortable is Northwest on offense, and that's what they're trying to do. Reagan stopping. Pop, short corner shot, good. 1 point basketball game. 32-31. 2:12 to play in the half. Shaping up to be a good one here. In the lane. A little shot up, contested, no, out of bounds. Northwest basketball. Northwest has not had a lead in this basketball game. They could take their first one on this possession with a made bucket. Emerson in the corner. Dribbles out, works against the man-to-man. Catching it in stride, Reagan kicks it into the corner. Shot up, too strong. Trotter's heel was on the sideline, so it doesn't matter.
And there you see it there, almost ending the first half there in Senatobia. ICC clinging to a 32-31 lead over the Lady Rangers of Northwest. We're going to take a break and hear from Little Caesars and be back with the second half of action with Jim and Jordan right after this.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's going to stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
That's the referee.
We're not big pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first
Referees
delivery.
don't come out after half 1 week, and then the lights don't come on.
Asiago and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
Well, it's a sight for sore eyes to see Brandon Brown and Rod Jones back out there on the floor for ICC as they missed so much time in the first half due to some foul trouble. 5-point deficit for the Indians as we open play here in the second half. Northwest 36-31 over ICC.
I'm just glad to see the lights on, George.
We didn't have that delay. We didn't cut them off during the halftime break. The officials made it back out, after the half as opening 3 there out of the break for Forte Prater. As I'm telling you, the last 5 to 6 minutes of game time have belonged solely to the guys in red and blue. I guess that would be both teams. So Northwest, as they have on their navy tonight, it could be confusing if you're just now looking. ICC in their all gray, Northwest in their all navy blue with the red trim.
39-31, biggest lead for Northwest, up by 8. We just started second half.
I tell you, Hamilton's really growing up there in the lane. It's a nice little hook shot there, finishing it off the logo there in the paint. Walter Hamilton, I believe that's going to give him his career high in points. Yeah, 8 points on the night so far for Hamilton.
Good job by Walter.
Quickly down the lane, blocked by Hamilton. They're going to say a foul, though, in the process, too. I don't think they got Hamilton on the foul. I think it came from behind. Yeah, it was T.J. Wallace. They're going to say got him from behind. Hamilton blocked the shot, but nonetheless, he'll go to the line for 2. Foul goes on T.J. Wallace, his first. So first whistle of the second half there is going to go on TJ, and it will send James Richards III to the free throw line. 3 of 5 from the free throw line in the first half. He makes the first one here in the second half, so that's 4 points on the night for James Richards. Here comes the second one. It's going to back iron, no good. Rebound's going to be tapped around, though, and controlled by Quinn Kiles, who was the only guy in any foul trouble for Northwest. He started at center. As another big block there by Hamilton is going to go out of bounds. They're going to say off his hand. I thought it could have been off the knee there of Richards, but they're going to say it went off of Hamilton.
Good job by Walter Hamilton playing good defense. 40-33, Northwest up by 7. We just started the second half. 18:54 left in the ball game.
And Jim, if you look out there, we list Hamilton at 6'9". They list Gordon at 6'7", and Gordon looks to be taller than Hamilton.
No doubt about it.
So something's off somewhere. As Brown down the lane throws up a wild one, can't get it to go, got his own rebound. It goes down, it's in and good, and he'll go to the line for one more as Brandon Brown held only 1 point in the first half due to some foul trouble, averaging 21 a game. He'll go to the free throw line for the first time here in the second half. Foul goes on Kiles. So Kiles was in that foul trouble in the first half. That's his third. First one on Northwest here in the second half. Here comes a free throw from Brandon. Front iron, no good. And Kiles will control the rebound.
Indians down by 5, 40-35 Northwest.
Here comes Gordon. He's going to give off into the corner. Three-pointer up, no good off the iron by Tunstall. Rebounded by ICC, and here they go. Quickly up the floor to Mitchell, who did a great job of tiptoeing the sideline right here in front of us. Now basketball back into those friendly hands of Brown, and the offense gets to reset. Jones up top. Now Bass rotates to Mitchell. Now back corner to Brown. Being defended over there by Tunstall. Man-to-man defense is the set. Give and go. Now he's going to fade away from right close to the three-point line. No good, and rebounded out top by Gordon. He picks up his dribble, gives to Prater. Now Prater into the lane. No look pass to Richards. Now can he finish it off the left side? No. First chance won't go. Second one by Tunstall does go. And that's, again, just that athleticism. Push the basketball up the floor in a hurry, get it right there to the rim, and let good things happen.
His first 2 points of the ball game extends the lead to 7. Northwest up 42-35. 17:40 left in the ball game.
Lead it by 7. They pushed it out to 8, but 7 is where we stand at the 17:35 mark here in the second half. Mitchell, jump stop, throws off the glass. Just a circus shot once again. No chance really of going in there for Shamontis. Richards with it right in front of Shane Oakley. As Oakley and Nick Williams over there, they're pretty animated on the sideline. They're so fun to watch. They do a good job. And speaking of a good job, Forte Prater is going to hit his second 3 here of the second half. Well, they only hit 1 in the first half. They've hit 2 quickly in the first 3 minutes of the second half, and they pushed the lead out to double digits at 10 points. Let's take a break. We'll be back after this. Northwest leads at 45-35 from Fulton. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
At Renaissance Bank, they understand consistency, they understand hard work, but most importantly, they understand you. Visit RenaissanceBank.com to learn more about the Reward Extra checking account today. Renaissance Bank, and we thank them for being one of our kind sponsors here with ICC Athletics. Well, it was a 5-point game at the half. Northwest has pushed it out to 10 within 3 minutes, and it's been on hot shooting from Forte Prater behind the three-point line.
Big possession here, Jordan. We're down by 10, 45-35, 17 minutes left in the ball game.
Back into that press is Northwest. His pass is knocked loose, and Northwest has it on the turnover. This is what they did to ICC up in Senatobia a month ago. They forced turnovers, and they got out in transition and scored. But there, nice ball knocked loose. ICC numbers, right side. Brown misses it, but Hamilton with a putback slam gets it to go. It tried to get away from the youngster, but he was able to force it down.
Good job by Hamilton. Got 10 points now. ICC down by 8.
So the 2 guys in double figures tonight for ICC. Let me know if you had Kean Mims and Walter Hamilton as your 2. You probably should
go to Tunica.
I don't know if we can say that or not on the broadcast.
I just said it.
I guess we can. Jim said it, not me, as bucket goes in for Northwest as we're debating on Tunica. Back to that 10-point advantage for Northwest. That press is really giving trouble as pass is batted out of bounds. They've got enough length to where even though they're giving you numbers like that, if you're able to press it down low, they've got enough length. They get those arms in the passing lanes, and it can be trouble for you.
47-37. Northwest up by 10, 16-12 left in the ball game.
Big Carlos Curry back in there for Northwest. He had 5 points in the first half. His pass comes into Stacy, wide open for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Hamilton, pushed out front to Jones, and now the offense can reset. As we have a halftime score from the ladies' action, they pushed it out to a 3-point lead at the half. So they led by 11 at the end of the first quarter. A nice second quarter there by Northwest to cut it to 3. 5 on the shot clock. Stacy with it, right side corner. Now back out top. Jones is going to have his shot blocked at the buzzer. There's a great defensive stand there led by James Richards III for Northwest. And he's going to strut it down the floor a little bit there as he knows he got the best of him. As Mitchell's going to sub off, we'll see Kean Mims check back into the game. Mims had a great first half, 10 points, which is a career high for the freshman. Did a really good job down on that low block. He's one of those guys that's scrappy. He gives up some size to this big, long, tall length for Northwest, but he had his own down low on the offensive end. Pick and roll, and that's got to be a travel there as Prater took about 4 steps.
Good job defensive by the Indians. Got to get some offense here, Jordan. We're down 10, 47-37. 15:30 left in the ball game.
Officials are going to talk about that. Shane Oakley was saying the ball got knocked loose. I couldn't tell. I saw the feet dancing around, but I think that's going to be a call that's hard to overturn. As 10 points is the largest lead of the night for Northwest. It was a 5-point game at the half, and they're still talking about that over there. On the floor here for ICC is Mims, Brown, Jones, Stacy, and Hamilton. And they're going to go to the scorer's table. I don't know what you can go to the scorers table about right here.
I believe they're giving the ball back to Northwest.
And Eric Bozeman's up having a conversation with the officials. I don't know how you can take the basketball away there. Is Eric Bozeman visibly frustrated over there, and you can't blame him as he has his hands on his hips and he walks back to his seat over on the ICC side, but they're going to give the basketball back to Northwest as they're going to say the ball was knocked loose out of Prater's hands, therefore not a travel. As a give and go with him, he's got it up the baseline. Contact, he's able to rattle it in, no good. As I thought that one was going to go down for Prater, but I guess they say sometimes the ball don't lie. As it doesn't go down, and ICC clears it. Jones for three, right in front of his own bench, front iron, no good. Rebounded by Brown. Northwest does a really good job of getting right back into that defensive set. Jones into the lane, off back glass, good, foul, and it'll go to the line for one more. As he got that basketball all the way out in front of him and just was able to finger roll it up off the glass, he'll go to the line for one more.
Used his body to screen off the defender. The defender came over his back. Maybe a three-point play here for Rod Jones.
Jones is one of those guys, he's listed at 6'1", maybe. If he's 6'1", I may be a little taller than I thought I was too, but he did a good job there in the lane of knowing, hey, there's length all around me. I've got to be creative. And he's creative as well off the free throw line, getting that one to go in and cuts the lead back to 7. 47-40, Northwest the advantage at the 15-minute mark here in the second half.
And Rod Jones now has 10 points.
Prater with it out top. Kicks over to Tunstall. Tunstall takes it baseline, cut off by Stacy. He's going to give off to Gordon. Gordon pull-up jumper, and there it is again. That pull-up jumper from inside the three-point line is lethal for D'Antoni Gordon.
Leads the team with 18 points.
Average 12. He's got 18 through the first 25 minutes here tonight. Back and forth, Brown and Jones trying to figure out a way to break this 1-3-1 zone. It's been lots of different looks. Keegan Mims going to slam it right there, though, as they get it out front. Mims turns to the basket, and two-hand flush for the freshman.
Need some defense here. We're down by 7, 49-42, 14-15 left in the ball game.
So cut it back to 7. So it was out to 9 again, back to 7. ICC needs a good defensive possession. A zone set theirself. Gordon with it. Left side baseline. He's going to try to get it in there to the paint. Wanted a walk call. Couldn't get it. Was ICC defensively. And out top it comes to Prater. And he drills home his third three of the second half. Timeout Shane Oakley. We'll take that timeout too as ICC cut it back down to 7 again. And right back out comes Northwest. 52-42, the Rangers lead with 14 to play here from Fulton. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
ICC Wesley Foundation is a proud supporter of ICC and ICC Athletics. They meet Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Look for them on Instagram and Facebook by searching ICC Wesley. As Jim, it's been that half-court trap that's really given ICC some trouble as Brown drives the lane, blocked from behind but fouled in the process. He'll go to the line for 2. But ICC is going to have to get better guard play. They're going to have to be able to get out of that trap and advance the basketball forward. You've seen what they've been able to do when they get it in the paint.
No doubt about it. And Brandon Brown, I think, is trying to take over here. And I like him driving to the goal. He's got a smaller guard on him. Brandon Brown, 6'5". He can handle it anywhere he needs to. Going to the line. He's got to make his free throws.
Third foul on Tunstall. Brown will go to the line. 1 of 2 so far on the night for Brandon. Now 1 of 3. After he missed that first one. Only 1 point in the first half for Brandon as he got in some foul trouble. Only played about 5 minutes. But going to need him to be big down in the second half here as you trail by 10, 13:45 to play. Second one no good either, so only 1 of 4 off the line for Brandon, who struggled early this year from the free throw line, but really has gotten that under better control. But having a rough night. His first shot no good. Second one's up and good by Prater, as there's a whistle also. I think it said delay a game or a shoe loose. After that, as Prater, one of the smallest guys on the floor, somehow got to the basketball, was able to throw it straight up in the air, and it came right back down through the hoop. 11 points through 6 minutes here in the second half for Forte Prater. As Northwest is going to go full-blown, full-court press here off the made bucket.
Their largest lead of the game, 54-42, 13:25 left in the ball game.
Brandon Brown and Kevontae Tunstall. Tunstall wins that matchup against Brown. Basketball's knocked loose off of the hands of ICC, and Northwest has it back. That press is just really lethal right now.
Really hurting us right now. Their athleticism, their length, and they've got a 12-point lead trying to extend it.
Quick pass, give and go into the corner to Sanders. 3 off the back iron, no good, as ICC was not set whatsoever on defense, and they tried to take advantage of it. Lots of contact up and down the floor, as Brown could have been called for a carry. They're going to say the ball was just knocked loose. As whistle before the entry pass down low to Mitchell, they're going to call Jalen Sanders for the hold. That's going to be the 4th team foul on Northwest, so it'll be an entry pass down off the baseline, as it's the 3rd foul on Sanders. But again, with a 12-point advantage, Northwest has just bought completely into that defense and is really making life difficult on the offensive end for the Indians. Brown trying to get the basketball in. He's going to have to force it all the way out top to Mims. Jones comes out there, asks for it from Kean, and now they'll reset. Only 15, though, on the shot clock. 2-3 zone as Stacy has it off the right side wing. Wants to go right, now comes back left. 8 on the shot clock. 6 on the shot clock. Here comes Jones down the lane, and again, he's able to get it through all the trees down there, puts it up no good. Mims on the putback gets it to go, and Kean Mims, he's been your saving grace on offense
no
here
doubt.
tonight.
Mims got 14 points, cut a 10-point game.
Quickly up the floor, all the way to the hole again was Prater. He's fouled, and they're not wasting any time. 4 seconds. 4 seconds to take it 90-something feet there, all the way to the hole. Fouled, and they're playing that game where they say, hey, if we get it all the way to the rim, we're going to make it or we're going to get fouled. First free throw by Prater, up and good, as he has 12 so far here in the second half.
And it's tied Gordon with the lead, 18 points apiece.
Yeah, Prater had 6, as he'll remain tied with him as he's frustrated as he misses that second free throw. Only 1 of 2 there off the line for the freshman out of Starkville, Forte Prater. Bright career ahead as Kean Mims all the way down the lane again. Just couldn't quite finish that one with the left hand. Quick pass up the floor. Can they save it? Yes, they do, but it ends up in the hands of Rod Jones. Now ICC's got 3-on-2 out in transition. Jones all the way up the floor, out of control, and can't get it to go off the right side. Now back comes Northwest. They've got numbers. Prater, alley-oop to Richards. Richards can't get it to go, but he puts up the layup. It rolls off the front iron in and good, and he'll go to the line for one more. And Jim, I'm just not sure this is the bunch you want to get into a track meet with.
No, you don't. And the game's getting away a little bit right now. They're up by 13, trying to make it 14. 12:05 left in the ball game.
Foul on Mitchell, his first. The free throw by Richards is no good. But again, as you mentioned, a 13-point lead. This is the largest lead of the night for Northwest. Mims working against D'Antoni. Gordon brings the basketball up the floor. The lefty gives off to Mitchell. Now looking for a guard to come help him out top. Tried to go cut down low. They're going to get it to Brown. He gets it up good and fouled. And he'll go to the line for one more. You need more of those to get back into the game as you trail by 13 with under 12 to play.
Good job by Brandon Brown. We mentioned if he gets the ball, he's trying to take the smaller guard underneath and penetrate. Did a good job there. Got to make these free throws.
4th foul on Tunstall, the sophomore out of Byhalia. As Brown had a rough night on the free throw line, but he's able to get that one to go and improve to 2 of 5 on the night. 5 points here in the second half for the sophomore, who averages 20. 10-point advantage.
10-point game you mentioned. 11:45 left in the ball game.
ICC going to go into a bit of a half-court trap themselves, a 1-2-2 variety. Good pass in the middle there to Sanders, who fights the contact. They're going to get him for a charge, though. I thought Mitchell was inside that arc, but the referee down the baseline is going to say he was not. A charge called on Jalen Sanders, as they had numbers, but he held onto the basketball himself, got called for the foul. That's his 4th. So 2 consecutive plays. You've seen the 4th foul call on Tunstall, and now the 4th foul call on Sanders. 6 fouls on Northwest, so ICC is going to be in the bonus moving forward. Mims, no look pass down low to Mitchell, and he slams it in the goal.
Nice pass, nice finish. We've cut it to 8, 57-49.
Trying to go alley-oop back up the floor. Hannah can't handle it, and ICC, good move by Brown. Now he takes it into the lane. A skip pass, and he's fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2 more. As he did a little skip there in the middle, he made 2 guys miss. If he could have finished that one may have been on SportsCenter tomorrow. So a bit of momentum over on the ICC sideline as Northwest had pushed it out to 13. They've cut it back down to 8. Now Brown, who's 2 of 5 on the night from the line, will go to the line. 2 shots here for Brandon. First one rolls around and no good. Brandon does a great job getting to the free throw line as he shot. This next free throw will be his 89th attempt of the year. He was 55 of 82 on the year. He shot 6 tonight. This is his 7th coming up. The problem there is the percentage is only at 67%.
Right.
If you can get that up about 80, it can make a big difference. The second one is in and good for the sophomore.
Cut it to 7, 57-50, 11:05 left in the ball game.
Back into that press. Let's see how they navigate that. Hannah is the guy there in the middle for Northwest as Prater gives off to Lang. Now corner to Curry. Curry's the big reverse transfer from Ole Miss. He gives to Lang. No good right hand. And Brandon Brown for the rebound. Well, they cut it to 7. They got a chance to cut it further. All the way up the floor to Stacy. He thought about the 3. Thinks better of it, though. He's going to kick back up top and reset on the offensive end. Stacy, right side wing, gives to Mims. Mims having a great night on the offensive side for the Indians. Barry now back to Stacy, being covered by Prater. Down low to Brown, being double teamed from behind. Ball was knocked loose by Hannah out of bounds with 9 seconds to go on the shot clock.
10:34 left in the ball game. Northwest 57, ICC 50.
Referee threw it off the feet there, Brandon Brown, and he'll take it back again. Entry pass in low to Mims. Was able to bat it away from Northwest, who thought they had possession of it. Brandon, I don't know if he knows how much time's on the clock. He's going to pull up for 3 with 2, and he rattles it in and goes. Maybe that's how he drew it up, but he's able to knock home the 3 and cut the lead back to 4.
Now he's got 10 points for the ball game. As you mentioned, cut the lead to 4.
And timeout on the floor as Shane Oakley is not happy. He was halfway out across the floor to call that one as he saw a 13-point lead erased on a 9-0 run by ICC. 57-53, Northwest leads at 10:17 to go. Let's take a break and come right back. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Brother Chris Burrows and the ICC BSU are proud to support ICC and ICC Athletics. They meet Monday nights at 7:07. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU for more information. As Jim, ICC trailed by 13 about 3 minutes ago. I thought they were dead in the water. And then you saw the momentum swing right back, a 9-0 run, and they've cut this thing to 4.
Good job by the Indians. And the key we mentioned, Brandon Brown's taking control of the ball. He scored 9 quick points here in the second half. You mentioned we've cut this 13-point lead down the 4, 57-53, 10-14 left in the ball game.
And it's been partly due to this half-court trap here as they nearly force another turnover. But Lane gives it to Curry, and Curry tries to tear the rim off the backboard with the slam.
Northwest by 6, 59-53, 10 minutes left in the ball game.
This is what's given ICC troubles when they've had to break this press off of inbounds plays. Mims with it, swings the floor to Brown. Lang comes all the way up from the post, now back to Mims. Mims pulls up for 3, right side wing, back iron, no good. Mitchell got a hand on it but couldn't keep it. And that ball needed one more swing into the corner there. It had been a wide open look for ICC. Hannah now in transition to Lang. 3-pointer out of the corner, airballed and lands in the arms of Shermontis Mitchell. So still a 6-point advantage for Northwest, under 10 to play. And Coach Bozeman says, nope, not going back into that track meet we had in the first half. Let's slow this thing back down, get a good look on the offensive end. Half-court man-to-man. As Brown wide open off the left side, he's going to finish it off the left hand. As I think there was a blown assignment down there with T.J. Hannah.
No doubt about it. Brown's got 11 points in this half.
Only 1 in the first half. The sophomore guard out of Memphis having a good half here. He averages 21. He's going to have to fight really hard to get to that number here tonight. Prater out top, gets it into the lane. Right hand, rolls around no good, and Deshaun Berry clears the board. He says, if nobody else wants it, I'll come in there and take it away. As contact from behind, and there's the whistle on the foul on Tyler Lang. Well, that was a big lick there, nothing dirty about it, as Brown was trying to get to the basketball, but that's going to be 1-1, I believe.
Free throws are key here going down the stretch. Well, we still got almost 9 minutes left in the ball game. We're going to the free throw line down 59-55.
Yeah, that could be a big advantage for ICC down the stretch. 8 fouls on Northwest, only 3 on the Indians here in the second half. As Brown, free throw line, up and good. And that's the thing, on those 1-and-1s, you've got to hit that front end, and Brandon's able to do that. So back to a 2-point game after the 2 made free throws there by BB. 59-57, Northwest with the advantage. They've led the entirety of the second half here, as much as 13, but ICC is scrapped and clawed all the way back to 2 points. Man-to-man on the offensive end. Curry with it out top, being defended by Mims. Gives Prater off left side, who's got Brown to cover him. Prater goes right, now he's going to work off a screen himself to the left. Gave it to Richards, who worked himself into a double team. Picked up his dribble, and he passes it right to Hunter Stacy. Stacy gave off to Brown. ICC had some numbers, but they're going to pull it out and reset on the offensive side again.
Good
Just trying to be
Stacey.
patient there. Yeah, good job by Stacy, who, he's that guy that finds the basketball a lot. It just kind of ends up in his hands down there on the defensive end. Mismatch here as Gordon covers Brown. Brown gets around him left side all the way to the glass. He finishes a whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line. ICC's got a chance to take the lead.
Brandon Brown has 15 points this half. He's taken over the ball game here. We still got 8 minutes left, 59 apiece.
Foul there goes on TJ Hanna, his second, team's 9th. And Brandon, as we talked earlier with Rod Jones, not the biggest guy out there on the floor, but when he gets in there in the lane, he does a great job of navigating through all of the arms that find their way trying to block his shot. So tied at 59, Brandon has led a charge in ICC, 15 points for the sophomore here. The 16th one rolls around good, and that gives ICC back the lead at 60-59. And I can't tell you the last time they led in the basketball game.
I can't either. It was early in the first half. What a nice run here by the Indians. A lot of time left, 8 minutes left, Indians by 1.
So how will Northwest respond? They punched first, ICC punched back. Now can they get an uppercut in and try to take back the lead here down the stretch? Prater off the screen from Curry. Now mismatch being covered by Mims. Pulls up for 3, rolls around no good. Rebounded by ICC's Deshaun Berry. Well, Prater was 3 of 3 from 3 here in the second half so far. That one looked good out of his hand, but wouldn't go down.
Look who has the ball.
That's who you want to have it.
Yes, sir.
As Brown averaging a double-double so far on the year, the leader here of the offense, the leader of the team for ICC. Mitchell gives to Stacy out top, 10 on the shot clock. Now back to Brown, being covered by Richards. Out top again to Mims, 5 on the shot clock. Got to make something happen. Berry with it, gets a guy on his back, puts it up. It's good, and he's going to go to the line for one more. As Deshaun Berry gets the ball off the right side block, he finishes it, and he's going to go to the free throw line and try to finish another one. And that's going to be the end of the night for Mr. Cavante Tunstall, as he was in the game with 4 fouls. That's his 5th. That's the team's 10th. And he's going to check out of the basketball game by disqualification with 7:14 to go. As Berry had 2 free throws in the first half. That's his first bucket here in the second half. And he's going to try to give ICC a 4-point advantage off the free throw line, as we'll see Quinn Kiles checks back into the game. Kyle started the game as the center. He's got 3 fouls himself. There's the free throw from Berry. Left side iron, no good. So it remains a 3-point lead for ICC. Prater with the basketball, pushes it up the floor. They're going to say passed it over into the corner. Richards caught it with his heels out of bounds, and that's another turnover. And, that's been the key tonight. Is when you look to see which team has turned the basketball over, that's been the team that's struggled. And I know that's kind of cliche to say, but it's really shown itself here tonight.
Jordan, about 5 minutes ago, we were down by 13, and what a run we've made.
Let's set the floor here for ICC. You've got Berry, Mims, Stacy, Mitchell, and Brown on the floor for ICC. For Northwest, you've got Prater, Richards, Curry, Gordon, and Kiles out there. 10 on the shot clock. Mitchell now out top, swings to Stacy. Now to Berry in the corner. Tried to get it down low to Brown, who's working hard off that left side block. Here comes Mitchell down the lane. Contact, puts it up, fading away. No good, and rebounded there by Kiles, as that was just a lot of contact. Couldn't get anything to happen for Shermontis. Prater gets a step with the basketball. Now fades away from about 18 feet. No good, front iron. Rebound knocked loose by, I believe that was Curry for Northwest, but ICC Stacy controlled it.
6:15 left in the ball game. Indians up by 3, 62-59.
You see ICC being very patient on the offensive end. They want to get a good look, and you'd think they want to get the basketball to Brandon Brown. Here comes Berry. Jump stop off the left side. Block finished off the glass. Deshaun Berry knew they were going to double team Brandon Brown. He got off in there and scored it himself.
Indians by 5, 64-59, 5:55 left in the ball
I
game.
believe this match is the largest lead of the night for ICC. Is less than 6 minutes ago, they trailed by as much as 13. 5:45 to go, a good one coming down to the wire here in Fulton. Prater with it, picks up his dribble, now gives off to Gordon. Hadn't heard much out of Gordon here in the last few minutes as he has 18 points. Curry, now back to Prater, pump fake. I don't know that he got it out of his hand. They're going to say he did. They counted it. As the shot clock went off, Prater hit the floater from the logo there in the lane, and Shane Oakley called a timeout right after, as he can't have many timeouts left over there, so he's used them early and often here tonight. 64-61, the men lead the Rangers of Northwest here, 5:32 to go. Adam, let's check in on a Sonic Studio update. Let's see how the ladies are doing up in Senatobia.
Well, ICC's been able to pull a little bit more ahead right now. It's been back and forth. ICC maintaining the lead, but Jared, you see a nice finish around the basket, and Northwest hanging around here. ICC leading it 51-48 in the third quarter there in Senatobia. If you want to watch that one, you go over to nwccrangers.com. Coach Andy Kirk, who's getting his girls ready for softball tomorrow, he's at home watching both broadcasts right now.
That's what I'm talking about, Coach.
So appreciate Coach Kirk tuning in. And,
hey, Coach, you glad to have some good weather finally?
No
I know there was some frustration with all the wintry mix we had last week.
So once again, if you want to catch up and watch the exciting finish of the women's game after we conclude the game here, nwccrangers.com.
Tommy Chambly and First American National Bank have been customer-driven and community-focused since 1964. With locations from Iuka to Tupelo, visit fanb.bank for more information. As Jim, ICC has come to life here down the stretch in the second half.
Doing a great job here. We're up by 3 with the ball, 5:25 left in the ball game.
Same 5 on the floor for both teams coming out of the timeout. As Mims with it out top, facing a 2-3 zone, is going to give off to Brandon Brown, and now they're going to go into that offense. Trying to get Mims there to flash to the elbow. Brown's going to swing it back and forth with Stacy and Barry. Now Barry flashes to the right side elbow. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Stacy open for the 3, thinks against it though, now gives to Barry. Now Stacy wide open for 3. Drains it right there. The freshman from Biggersville out of the corner hits the bottom of the net for the second time tonight. Push the lead out to 6 points. That's the largest lead of the night for ICC. Under 5 to play here inside the DEC. Prater down the lane, whistle, foul, and he'll go to the line. As he was afraid that one may be against him as he looked back there at the official. As Prater's come to life for 14 points himself here in the second half.
Prater's got 20 to lead their team. I thought he might have had a few steps there. I was hoping for a walking call. We didn't get it.
You know, one name we haven't called here in the second half much, D'Antoni Gordon had 16 in the first half. He's got 2 in the second half. As ICC's done a good job of slowing him down as Prater makes the front end there. Cuts the lead back to 5, 4:46 to play. Here comes the second for the freshman out of Starkville. It's up and good as well. So 4-point lead for ICC, and here we go. Off the made free throw, it's going to be back into that press. They're going to try to trap it at the half-court line. Is Northwest. Pass up the corner to Stacy. Now back out top, nearly over the head of Mims. He does a good job getting up in there to save it. Now Brown swings to Barry. Brown and Barry done a great job as guards down the stretch here in this one. Stacy back to Brown up top. Thinks about the 3, thinks against it. Now Mims, no look past him. Mitchell, he goes up, tried to dunk it, and there's a whistle. It's a late whistle, but you got to get that foul call. As 2 guys were looking at it, didn't call it, but finally the one on the baseline makes the call. So Shermontis Mitchell will go to the line for 2. You know, being in that bonus has really helped ICC down the stretch. 10 fouls, 10-plus fouls on Northwest, only 4 against the Indians. So that one went against James Richards III. That is his 3rd foul. And Mitchell will go to the line for 2. First one, front iron, no good. And, you know, Jim, we talk about it a lot. 4-point game, you got to have these.
Down the stretch, you got to make the free throws.
As Mitchell has 2 points on the night. Here's the free throw, back iron, no good. So 0 for 2 off the line there for the sophomore. 4-point lead as we approach 4 minutes to play here in action. Richards working from right to left. Gives to Sanders, working from left to right. Now back to Prater as they're running that weave out top. Prater being defended by Barry. Barry's a great on-ball defender out there on top, not giving any room for Prater to go. As he tries to cut him off down the lane, ball's knocked loose. There's going to be a whistle on the baseline as that ball was loose, and Northwest is going to be bailed out by a foul call.
Late whistle. But I guess he got him.
They're going to say, well, it don't matter if we think he did or not.
That's right.
If the guy in stripes thinks he does, that's all that matters. As the shot clock resets to 20, entry pass comes to Prater, works off the screen from Gordon, trying to get it back over there was Gordon. As Sanders jump steps, thinks about the shot. Now Prater for three. He's been good here all night. This one almost went down, but's cleared on the rebound by Mims. As he's attempted 5 threes in the second half. All 5 of them look like they should go in.
Look good. Indians with the ball, got a 4-point lead. 3:30 left in the ball game.
Big spot. Need points here, leading by 4. 3:30 to play. This is a game that was led by 5 by Northwest at the half, as much as 13 early in the second half, but ICC came storming back on the back of Brandon Brown. Deshaun Berry for 3, back iron, no good. Ball knocked loose out top, out of bounds. Who's it off? Who's it off? It's off ICC.
67-63, Indians up by 4, 3:15 left in the ball game.
We were afraid 10 minutes ago that this one was going to get away from the Indians, but they did a great job of fighting back into this thing. They lead it with 3 minutes to go, and are going to try to coast it home. Sanders for 3, way downtown, back iron, no good. Mims did a great job in blocking Curry off, but Berry will get credited for the rebound. As that's textbook block out there by Kean Mims. You got a 6'11 guy behind you. You got to box him out and try to get that over the back call if nothing else.
Big possession. Indians by 4 with the ball. 2:45 left
Stacey
in the ball
for 3.
game.
Right side wing, left side iron, no good. Mitchell swatted at it but couldn't do anything with it. Both teams gone cold from the field here down the stretch. His ball's wrestled away by Brandon Brown. 2-on-1 in transition against Sanders, left side. Front iron in and good for Brandon Brown as it wanted to roll off the front, but he gets living right and gets it to roll right back in.
Brandon Brown with 18 points this half.
He had 1 point in the first half, 18 in the second half for the sophomore leader, Brandon Brown. 6-point advantage. His pull-up jumper misses everything and rebounded by Brandon Brown. And Brown's going to walk this one up. Coach Bozeman's got both hands up saying slow it down, be patient, and try to get a good look as ICC leads it by 6, under 2 to play here from the DEC. Can't say enough about the night Kean Mims has had either, as he really is what kept ICC in the game in the first half. Mims out beyond the arc, gives to Brown, goes up left side, back iron, no good. Ball was almost knocked out of bounds, but Prater's able to save it. Mims tries to cut him off, and that's a good foul. That's a good foul by Mims, knowing you've only got 5. Don't give him a bucket right here. Foul him 50 feet away from the basket and make them set something on offense and work for it. I see that's got to be Shane Oakley's last timeout call there. As we're going to say he's got one more. 1:39 to play. ICC leads it by 6 at 69-63. Let's take a break. We'll come right back with the rest of action here from Fulton. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
He's got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes, dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family,
Roll Tribe!
Jimmy, no, down the stretch, it's been these 5 guys on the floor for ICC. It's been Stacey, Brown, Mims, Mitchell, and Berry, and I can't tell you the last time there was a substitution on the floor.
I think you're right, Jordan. They played some key minutes here in the second half.
Richards, give and go with Prater, who starts right, now back left. Good move in the lane, tries to finish right hand, no good. Rebound is going to be controlled out top by Deshaun Berry. Well, the 2 biggest guys on the floor ran over each other trying to get the rebound in Curry and Gordon, and Deshaun Berry, who's one of the smallest guys on the floor, escapes with it.
Indians by 6 with the ball, 1:15 left in the ball game.
And you know Northwest, you would think, is going to try to trap the basketball or foul here, but they don't look like they're intent on doing that. As Mims attacks, good pass to Brown, and it's blocked from behind by Gordon. Good job there by DeAnthony Gordon, and that's a foul 70 feet away from the basketball by Mims. That's not good. That's a one-and-one opportunity now for Northwest to try to cut into the lead with the clock not running.
Indians up by 6, 1:04 left in the ball game. Northwest at the line shooting 1-1.
Just a little too aggressive there by Kean, trying to cut the basketball off and not give them anything easy. But in return, you're going to give them 2 easy looks from the free throw line possibly. As Richards, first one is up and good. Richards, the sophomore out of South Haven, had 3 points in the first half, 4 points in the second half, so 7 total for the sophomore. Here comes the second. It's in and good as well. So cut the lead back to 4 with 1:04 to play. In Northwest, you know they're going to a press right here. Give and go pass back to Mims. He's going to walk the basketball up the floor, being defended by the biggest guy out there in Carlos Curry. You don't see that happen very often. As he's got it out top, gives to Berry. 50 seconds to play, 15 on the shot clock. Close defense by James Richards. Pass over pursued there by Gordon. ICC had a look but pulls it out to run more clock. Berry fighting through tons of contact over there by Richards. Ball's going to be wrestled away. They're going to whistle. It's a jump ball. ICC keeps possession. And will they reset the shot clock back to 20? It was down to 5. As Coach Bozeman is trying to signal in his play over there, the shot clock's at 5. It's going to stay at 5 there.
Yeah, no change of possession, so it'll stay at 5 seconds.
They didn't call change of, okay, so no change of possession. Inbound pass comes to Stacy. He goes to work, throws it off the glass. That was almost a goaltend right there. They've got to have a conversation about that, I think. That ball looked like it was on the way down. Yes. No, they're going to say out of bounds. I thought he was giving the whistle to count the bucket. That one looked like it was on the way down, but Carlos Curry at 7 foot comes through there and swats it nearly up in the stands.
Indians by 4. Northwest got the ball with 28 seconds left.
Northwest in a bit of a hurry on the offensive end. They trail it by at least 2 possessions. Richards pulls up for 3 in front of the visitor bench. Front iron no good. Rebounded by Mims. Fouled from behind by Curry. And that's going to be 2 shots by Kean Mims for ICC with 18.3 seconds on the clock. Great, Kean played so well in the first half on the offensive end, but the 2 biggest plays he's had all night are the box outs he's had down low the last 2 possessions. That foul's going to go against Carlos Curry, his first, but team's over 10. So some important free throws here. First one no good by Mims. So he'll await the second. 4-point advantage for ICC, 18.3 seconds to go. Here comes the second one. It's the same exact shot. Back iron, no good. And here comes Northwest. Well, you don't want to foul them if you can keep from it. Prater into the lane. Tons of contact. Whistle on the floor. And that's going to be a one-and-one opportunity for Prater. 6 seconds ran off the clock, down to 12.3. And we'll see Forte Prater, who has 16 points in the second half, Jim?
Prater has 16. That's correct.
But he misses on the front end of the 1-and-1. Stacy with the rebound. Northwest, they've got the foul. They weren't in any kind of rush to do so. They let 5 seconds run off the clock before they got the foul off, and they fouled Brandon Brown. As ICC is in really good position right here. They lead it by 4. 7.9 seconds to go, and you can't say enough about the fight in the team. As that's the 5th foul on Jalen Sanders. I was trying to get the message there from Adam. That's 5 on Sanders, so he's the second person to DQ for Northwest as the first free throw is up by Brown and good. It's a big second half for Brandon Brown, who struggled, was very frustrated in the first half due to foul trouble. Second one up, no good, off the iron, start the clock back. ICC leads it by 5. Shot comes up to Hannah. It's off the front iron, no good. We wait on triple zeros. It hits all zeros. They're going to say that's the end of the basketball game. And ICC, who trailed by 13 with about 12 minutes to go, storms back and they win it by 5 points tonight over Northwest. You can't say enough about those 5 guys that finished up the game on the floor. They played the better part of the last 10 minutes out there. As it was Stacy, Mitchell, they had Brandon Brown out there. Help me out, guys. Who was those other 2 guys that were out there on the floor down the stretch? Kean Mims was out there. I'm missing one. I can't think of who that last one was. Deshaun Berry. That's who it was. Yeah, Berry was out there as well. Those guys fought tooth and nail down the stretch. They came on a big run, and they get the victory for ICC here tonight. 70-65, ICC is going to improve to 3-4 on the year. Northwest is going to fall to 3-4 and also fall to 0-4 on the road so far this year. Let's take a break. Let's come back with the post-game report brought to you by Renaissance Bank. We'll have that for you right after this. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an
It
edge.
means you've got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy.
Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
70-65, ICC winners over Northwest here tonight, protecting the home floor. Guys, you know that's got to be a very excited locker room in there after they trailed by 13 points with about 12 minutes to go. They fight back. It was a 9-0 run, all 9 points from Brandon Brown that got them back to 4. They just kept the foot on the gas down the stretch, and they come back to win it by a score of 70-65 here tonight in front of a crowd at the Davis Events Center. This is the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Visit renaissancebank.com to learn more about their Rewards Extra checking account. Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Jim, I'm not going to lie, with about 12 minutes to go, I was ready to write them off. I thought it was over. And Brandon Brown, who got in foul trouble in the first half, only 1 point in the first half, goes for 18 in the second half and fights the team right back into it.
No doubt about it. Brandon Brown took over, and we showed some energy. You mentioned we had 5 guys play the last 10 minutes of that ball game. We're down by 13, made a good run. We're down by 5 at halftime, find a way to get plus 10 second half and come away with a big win. We now, Jordan, move up to 3-4 and tied Northwest at 3-4 in the record.
Looking into the first half, you got into foul trouble where you didn't have Brown for the majority of the first half. I think he played about 4 minutes total in the first half. Same with Rod Jones. That's your 2 starters at guard. But you saw Kean Mims and Walter Hamilton, who didn't play very much. Hamilton, that is, didn't play very much in the second half. We saw Mims for the majority of it. But those 2 guys went for 10 points for Mims, 6 points for Hamilton, controlled the glass, and they are really the only thing that I felt like kept ICC in the game through the first half. You trailed by 5, and it could have been a lot worse.
No doubt about it. Hamilton ended up with 10 total points. Kenyon Mims had a great ball game, ended up with 14 points. The most he's ever scored in the ball game.
Jim, let's go ahead and take a look over there by the numbers at the final scoring of the night's contest.
We'll go first with the Indians. They won again tonight by 5 points. Rod Jones had 6 points. Deshaun Bears had 6. We mentioned Walter Hamilton, double figures for 10. Brandon Brown, I had 20 points, had 19 in the second half. He had 20 points. Hunter Stacy hit 2 big threes, had 6. Mitchell had 2. Isaiah Thompson had 2. And we mentioned Mims, who had an outstanding game, had 14 points. Northwest Rangers led tonight by Prater with 22. Gordon had 18, but Jordan, he only had 2 in the second half. We mentioned a great defense there by the Indians. Richards had 8. Tunstall had 4. Curry had 7. Lang had 4. And T.J. Hanna had 2 points. Final score, Indians win by 5 points.
Well, we talked on the pregame show. What will it take to do to win? I mean, we played against Northwest up at Senatobia about a month ago, lost 66-57, turned the basketball over way too much, and did not shoot free throws well. Well, tonight, down the stretch, when you had to have those free throws to put the game on ice, you made enough of them to do so. And I thought the press that was so destructive to ICC in the first half didn't hurt us nearly as bad in the second half. Looked a lot more calm and collected, and actually went to press ourselves on defense and cause some disruption.
No doubt about it. And Brandon Brown had a great second half. Calmed the team down, took over offensively, got the 19 points, finished with 20. found a way to get a big win here at home against a good Northwest team.
Let's kick it over to Adam for one last update from the ladies' action up in Senatobia. This Sonic Studio update here. Let's just take a look as to what's going on the hardwood up in Senatobia.
Well, poor timing on your part as they're in a commercial break right now, but we'll continue to look back at some of these Little Caesars highlights from the game tonight. And, guys, what a game. I mean, I'm like you know, halfway through right out of the start of the second half, you're like, okay, no energy. Guys look like they're done, and then, man, what a comeback. And they just kept fighting, found a way to win it. And this could be one of those games that we look back at the end of the year as a chapter marker for this team. They grew up a little bit tonight. They said, okay, you know, we can either lay down and just give up right now, or we can fight back and see what we can make happen. And that's what they did there. As we're now back to action over in Senatobia, and there's a good one brewing over there, folks. And it's in the fourth quarter, and it looks like ICC just takes a 62-58 lead in that contest. So if you want to watch that one wrapping up over there, do so at nwccrangers.com. That's nwccrangers.com.
So with the win tonight, ICC, they're really right in the thick of things here in the MACCC North. They'll be improved to 3-4. Northwest will fall to 3-4. Coming into the night, East Mississippi was 4-2. Holmes was 4-2. Kahoma was 1-4. So you've got 5 teams right there within a game of each other almost. This thing's far from over. There's a lot of action coming up here in the next couple of weeks. And for the men, that will include this Thursday night traveling down to East Mississippi. That's a team they played not too long ago. They dropped that decision here at home 62-61, had the basketball, the chance to win at the end, and couldn't get it to go. So that's a game that you know they want to go down there and get some revenge for down in Scuba. For the ladies, they'll be here on their home floor on Thursday night against East Mississippi. We expect a good one there as well. The women, 3-1 so far on the year, trying to get another W tonight to improve to 4-1. And that's always a big contest with the Lions from East Mississippi. Well, the story tonight's Brandon Brown in the second half. He goes for 18 points, helps ICC to fight out of a 13-point hole, and they come back to win 70-65 over Northwest. That's the story here from Fulton. We will talk to you again on Thursday night. Airtime will be 5:15 for ladies action between the ICC Indians and the East Mississippi Lions. Jim, as always, enjoyed having you with us tonight, partner.
It's a lot better when we win.
It's always better when you win. Enjoyed it, though. Adam, thanks for driving the ship for us tonight, giving us our updates when you could. And, you know, guys, this night started with a blackout, and I didn't know if we were going to get to play or not, as it took 20 minutes to get the lights to come on after the starters. But that just allowed ICC to warm up and come on out and get that victory in front of their home fans here tonight. 70-65, ICC's a winner. We'll talk to you on Thursday night.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.